G'day OWFsquad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. I'm currently at Rome Leonardo da Vinci International Airport. I just got off my Alitalia flight from CDG and now I'm flying Etihad 787 to Abu Dhabi. So my flight from Paris landed at the Schengen area, and it's quite a long walk to the non-Schengen area, Area E. Entering the non-Schengen area basically means you're leaving the European Union, so for that reason you have to go through immigration. After clearing immigration, you'll be greeted by a lot of duty-free shops. The non-Schengen area at Rome Airport is really beautiful and modern. It's really spacious, it has great source of natural lights, it's also got statues here and there. It gives travellers a great taste of Italy, even though they might just be here for a transit. So today I'll be in Etihad's economy class. With my Virgin Australia Gold status, whenever I fly at Etihad, I have access to a lounge. And at Rome Airport, I'll have access to the Plaza Premium Lounge. The Plaza Premium Lounge adopts the same beautiful, spacious and modern design with the terminal. There's many different types of seating options, and it also offers a great view over the tarmac. So here we are at the dining area. On the left there's a bar, on the right hand side you have the buffet. Right now it's breakfast time. There's food like bacon, sausages, spinach and eggs. There's also fresh juice and a variety of bread. Hey, look behind. Booze, 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 booza. I really like those solo chairs and the lounge has plenty of them. The table is big enough for you to have a meal. The privacy is excellent. There's charging outlets and reading light. The chair is very comfortable and most importantly, the leg room is excellent. My flight to Abu Dhabi today is leaving from the satellite building of Area E, so I have to take a train. So here's my aircraft to Abu Dhabi, a 1-year-old Etihad Airways Boeing 787-9 Alpha 6 Bravo Lima X-Ray. Our aircraft today is meant to be a 787-10, unfortunately Etihad changed it at the last minute. Anyway, still a dreamliner.
May I have your attention please? This is the final and last call for Etihad Airways flight EY86 destination Abu Dhabi. Immediate boarding at E41. Thank you. Attenzione prego, questa è l'ultima chiamata per il volo Etihad Airways.
Now to Abu Dhabi. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, it's now a great time to do it. I upload a new trip report every Thursday, 12 PM Hong Kong time. You don't want to miss out. Welcome on board Etihad 787 Economy Class. I was one of the last to board. When I arrived, the cabin crew are already closing the overhead locker bins. My seat today is 30k and I'll quickly show you the seat features. First of all, we have a movable TV. Next to it we have a cute little coat hook. Under that, a universal power socket. Next to it, a TV remote. And then here we've got a USB port. Here's a cup holder for you to play when the cabin crew or the captain interrupt your movie. The tray table can be folded in half and it can also be moved back and forth. We have a seat pocket with smaller pockets, which is excellent for storage. Your legroom or seat pitch is about 32 inches, which is not bad. Every headrest is fixed on one side. Prepared for you on this short haul flight is a pillow, a blanket and a headphone. Would you rather fly Etihad 787 or Qatar Airways A350? Let me know what you think in the comment down below.
I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Etihad Airways flight EY86 bound for Abu Dhabi. The team of capable group not safe and comfortable. Without my short, it is really safely one stretch and island safely with a shot. Boarding 787-9. Please turn recording for you to get particulars and sensitivity view. Just be change our flight to Abu Dhabi. Flight time is running 4 hours and 15 minutes. At a final approximately of 39,000 feet. But always find that we complete the time. And bring yourself seatbelt sign to the Swiss gate faster. Just in case we encounter any experience that turbulence, it is single time stop. We are final state of both in the cloud now, really shortly. See first of test if we get back to the priority start setting to a guide with updated route information. In the meantime, stand relax and enjoy the flight. Thank you for your attention.
Valuables with you at all times. All electronic devices and mobile phones to the flight mode. Feel free to turn it back on once the back seatbelt sign has been switched off after takeoff. If any device you are carrying is damaged, shot, produces smoke or loss or fault into a seat, please inform the cabin crew immediately. Do not try to operate or move the seat until the damage or device. Please ensure that there is anything that you use to verify for possible. Thank you.
If emergency oxygen is required in flight, license will drop out automatically from the power button.
like to donate, there's an envelope in your seat pockets. Control has bikes, collect these at the end of the flight, ensuring red crescents can continue their work helping millions of people around the world. If there's anything that we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please let us know. Thank you.
That's why we've introduced this.
So recently, Etihad introduced buy on board in economy class. You still get a free meal on board. However, if you want more food, you'll have to pay for it.
Best. Are you joking?
Exactly, are you joking? So here's a quick look at the menu. The cabin crew just started their service. Firstly, we get a pack of snack and a drink. For the drink, I opted for an OJ. The cabin crew came back in about 15 minutes to serve lunch. So here's my meal with quite a lot of plastic. Let's dive into it. So I opted for the chicken with mashed potato. The second option would be beef with vegetables. Here's a bun, and then a chocolate mousse, biscuits with cheese and a water cutlet. For drinks, I opted for a sparkling water. Etihad now gives out plastic cutleries instead of the metal ones. My main dish is quite delicious, but the chicken breast was a little bit dry. Overall, it was a delightful meal. The cabin crew came back very soon to collect meal trays. After that, they came back again for hot beverages. Now I'm going to show you the entertainment system on board. There are plenty of movies to watch. I'm sure there'll be one that suits your taste. The flight map system unfortunately isn't interactive, and the slides change quite slowly. There's Wi-Fi on board, but it's quite expensive. For 30 megabytes you have to pay $5.95. For 150 megabytes you have to pay $15.95, and for 300 megabytes you have to pay $29.95. I'm currently watching live BBC News. It's about a very sad incident. So while you're watching a movie or TV on the TV screen, you can still track your flight using the remote. Right now we're flying over Cairo, Egypt. This is my first time ever flying over the continent of Africa. Here's an interesting fact. I've been to Africa before, but I've not seen it before. I was in my mum's belly. As we're slowly approaching the Middle East, the air becomes very rough and bumpy. Hello and welcome to Etihad 787-9 Lavatory tour. The wallpaper behind is quite beautiful. As you can see, there's paper cup there if you want to rinse your mouth. There's one coat hook and another coat hook. There's another wall at the back, so it makes a lavatory seem a lot more spacious than it actually is. One awesome thing about this flight is that the cabin crew didn't use the central system to lock down all the windows. So if you're sitting on the window side, you have full control of your window. So I'm actually suffering a very bad toothache because my wisdom tooth was coming out through my gum. So I decided to go to the galley and ask for some Panadol. The cabin crew were very understanding and caring, but also very friendly and funny. So she asked if I'm pregnant or if I've drank any alcohol. She also let me know that if the cabin crew are suffering toothache as well, they won't have to fly, which is really interesting for me to know.
And those of you who would like to synchronize their watches, there's a 2-hour time difference between Abu Dhabi and Rome. Local time is now 2 minutes past 6 in the evening. Subject to air traffic control, we expect to be landing at 6:45 local time, which is 45 minutes ahead of our scheduled arrival time. The weather right now, we have northwesterly winds, good visibility, just a few clouds, temperature of 19 degrees Celsius. I wish you a safe and pleasant outdoor connection, or indeed a nice stay in Abu Dhabi. On behalf of the entire crew, thank you for choosing to fly with Etihad Airways, national airline of the United Arab Emirates, and we hope to have you on board again in the near future. Thank you and goodbye.
Make sure your tray table is stored away and window lights are clear. We will be switching off our heating system. Please turn off all your electronic devices and mobile phones or set them to flight mode. Please continue to refrain from smoking. We are proud to support the Emirates Red Crescent and their motto Life Here. If you would like to donate, there is an envelope in your seat pocket. The crew will be passing through the cabin shortly. Please have the envelope ready for collection. Your support goes a long way. Thank you.
So we're soon gonna land into Abu Dhabi International Airport, so let's quickly conclude this 4-hour flight with Etihad Airways right here, right now. The Plaza Premium Lounge at Rome Airport was very lovely. The food was good, and the lounge felt very spacious, clean and modern. I generally don't like a 787 with a 333 configuration in economy class, but for a short haul flight I don't really mind. The TV screen was massive, you don't have to lean down for the charging outlet because that's located right next to your TV. The fixed headrest gave you a great privacy, and the recline angle was very generous. For the food and beverages, the meal was very delicious, however I don't like the fact that they've introduced buy on board. You have to pay for things like a Kit Kat and hot chocolate. I personally think that those should be free to grab from the galley, especially on airlines like Etihad. In terms of the service on board, this was a completely full flight, so there wasn't much chance for the cabin crew to interact with the passengers, but they were friendly to us throughout the whole flight, and I loved the conversations we had in the galley when I had a toothache. I was literally speaking like this. Do you have a Panadol? Last but not least, I like the entertainment system on board. There's live news to watch, and also plenty of movies to choose from. And while you're watching something on your big TV, you can track your flight using the remote. So overall, I would say this was a great flight, and I would love to fly Etihad again in the near future. For your information, it would cost you about €580 to fly return from Rome to Abu Dhabi with Etihad Airways. You may end up paying less if you have a connecting flight to Hong Kong, Bangkok, or even Australia. That's it for the conclusion today. Thank you very much for watching this Etihad trip report. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. Please spare some time to like this video, comment down below, I will definitely reply to you, and share this video with your friends. I would also appreciate if you go subscribe right now. It's free of charge and I guarantee you won't regret it. There's a new trip report coming out every Thursday 12 PM Hong Kong time, or 5 in the bloody morning in Rome. And if you're a OWFsquad, please share your journey with me with this special hashtag on Instagram. Thanks very much for watching again, and remember that I do Q&A at the end of my video. Bye bye.
Basic orbit orbit storage compartments, and ensure that you have all your personal belongings with you as you leave the aircraft. Remember that smoking is not permitted until you are within a designated smoking area of the airport. Your luggage will be available at baggage belt at birthday. Thank you for choosing to fly with Etihad Airways National Airline DA. It's been a pleasure taking care of you today. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Hello there, thank you very much for watching my Etihad trip report and welcome back to another Q&A. So I've got a few questions to answer today. The first one from Snapchat: would you ever fly low-cost carriers in the UK such as Jet2, EasyJet, Ryanair and TUI? Definitely if I have a chance. The problem with flying low-cost carriers outside Australia and Asia is that I usually have a lot of checked in baggage with me, so I might end up paying a lot of baggage fees, and full cost carriers might end up being cheaper for me, so that's what's stopping me from flying low cost carriers at the moment. And by the way, I've flown EasyJet before many years ago. I was a baby. In 2001 I flew from London Luton to Belfast. That's what Mum said to me. Of course, I don't remember anything. So here's another question from my Daniel Hull on Instagram. How do you afford business travel? Points or cash? Usually cash, because I don't like using my points. I like keeping them and looking, you know, the numbers grow. That's amazing. And that's also because the points don't expire anymore on Asia Miles, Qantas and Virgin Australia, which is really handy. And the only time I book business class or first class even is when the tickets are really affordable and cheap. For example, for this coming Christmas, I've booked already a business class ticket from Budapest to America return with Air France, KLM and Delta, and I'm really looking forward to that. I paid about 600 euros for that, so I think it's bloody affordable. The third question I've got, also from Snapchat, how do you stay? How do you stay active when you're not flying? Ah, good question. So, sorry about that. That was my housemate. He's extremely rude. So, yeah, good question. I don't exercise much, as you can probably tell, but whenever I'm in overseas, I make sure that I use the gym because I eat a lot and the gym is free in the hotel. But when I'm in Australia and Hong Kong, I would never ever use the gym because, first of all, I don't want to pay for that gym membership. Second of all, if I have that membership, I'm not going to use it anyway. But I do make sure that I stay active by, you know, taking public transport instead of driving, and I walk a lot in general, so I like going to the beach and walk along the coastline. That's one of my favourite hobby. The fourth question from the same person: what are you studying in uni? It's aviation management. Next week I'll explain a bit more what's aviation management. The final question today is from my patron Stephen Crane. Do you collect souvenirs from your flights? Usually no, I'm a good person, I don't steal things, but I got this from Virgin Australia 2 weeks ago when I flew Hong Kong to Sydney. I really didn't want to take it because it wouldn't fit in my backpack, and it's so obvious when I, you know, took it off the plane like this, like literally walk bye bye, thank you, get off the plane. But the reason I took it because it's really comfortable. And after Sydney, I had 2 connecting flights, domestic connecting flights, and I wanted to make sure that I could be as comfortable as I could because I was really tired already, and it's actually so cool. So the reason why it's so comfortable is because it's got 1 cushion and 2 cushions. It's so interesting that I didn't want to leave it on my domestic flight. So sorry, Virgin Australia, but I washed it for you and I'm gonna use it forever. It's gonna be in my home now. Thank you very much for watching my Q&A, and I hope to see you again next week, Thursday, 12 PM Hong Kong time, or 2:30 in Adelaide, or 5 in the bloody morning in Italy. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your cabin baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off.